Hello, this is Aaron Holmberg at Corvallis Middle School, and this video here is to teach students how to solve the standard algorithm for 2 by 2 digit multiplication problems. And I like to use a method here called the search and destroy method. The purpose of the search and destroy method is that students are basically doing one step over and over again throughout a practice sheet rather than doing things one at a time completely. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Of course, the traditional standard algorithm here, and that's always the learning target, the traditional standard algorithm would look something like this. 4 times 9 is 36. Carry the 3. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 3 is 19. Put the 0 down as a placeholder. 3 times 9 is 27. Cross out, carry the 2. 12 plus 2 is 14. Add those partial products together and you get 6. You get 6, carry the 1. You get 6, 1, 1666. Okay, that is what we want students to do. That's how we did it as when we were kids, and that's the goal of what you're going to see on this worksheet. But I'm going to go about it for students who have a little bit of trouble in a different way. And as a parent, be careful not to insist on do all of this work and then move to the next one, do all of that work, because if your student is having trouble, they're going to have trouble remembering all of these various different steps there. And it's much better to rehearse one step at a time throughout the worksheet and build on those steps as you go. So just for a minute, I'll just draw a box around it. Hold on, don't try to insist on that if they can't remember all that all at once. Instead, do something like this. First of all, the first step is these two factors, 0 times 2, and put a 0. Move to the next problem. 4, 0, 5, and here is a 16. You can teach how to carry in that step. Here's a 6, here's another 16, here's a 10, and here is a 63. Oh, they threw a big one in there. So focus on doing one step all the way through a worksheet like this and have your student rehearse that move. Then they're going to do the next one. 0 times 3 is another 0. It's okay to put those two there. 4 times 4 is 16. There's nothing to carry. 0. This is 15, and then so forth. Keep on working through that step all the way down. I'll go ahead and do the rest of the row here. This is 32 plus 1 is 33. 18. And by the way, when I do this, I call that the floating pencil in class, and I teach students that if you're trying to solve these, to float your pencil over the top of the work until you know what the answer is. It's just a way of maintaining focus and knowledge of where you are in terms of the work, in terms of the algorithm. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 21, and 18 plus 6 is 24, and then you keep on going down. Then have the students put in the 0 here. We do spend time in class, by the way, later on to explain why this placeholder 0 is in there. It's not really going to be explained in this lesson. Now you go to this stage, this step. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. 3. 3. They got a lot of the same problems on this worksheet that they made. Incidentally, this is a math website you can go to called Math Fact Cafe, and they make all sorts of really simple sheets like this. So if you'd like to ever make anything at home, you can do it with Math Fact Cafe. 6 and 28. Cross out and carry that too. And I teach students to always make sure that they're writing small like this and that they cross out when they're carrying multiple times. Okay, the last one. 9, 12, 12, 9, 8, and then you have to ask yourself, did I already use that? And you go, yeah, I did, so I'm going to not use it again. And 9, and 2 times 3 is 6 plus 8 up there. And this one has already been used, so we're crossing it off. 12, you got to be careful of that. And 8 and 2 is 10. And now you would focus just on the adding of these. The most often mistake students will make is that they take some number like on a problem like this and they'll bring it down into their adding. Usually at this point, fifth graders pretty much can add everything up correctly, but we'll go ahead and do this. 960, and I want them to circle that final answer. 4, 9, 3, 1, circle that final answer. 0, 3, 2, 1, circle. 5, 8, 10, circle. 6, 7, 11, circle. Sorry, my numbers are not trying to go fast here for you guys. 11, 16, 6, 9, 8, and 0, 7, 4, 1, circle, 3, 12. Carry the 1. Really important to teach writing small like that and making sure that's not a 12, but that you're carrying it. So anyway, that is the method of using search and destroy to teach the standard algorithm.